Everyone has heard of the plastic water bottle. The plastic water bottle has created a worldwide industry that generated $75 billion in revenue last year. A plastic water bottle has a unique and multi-step life. It begins with creation, is then distributed to its various destinations, used by its consumers, and finally disposed of in a variety of ways. The creation of plastic water bottles requires a wide variety of raw materials and time. The chemical polyethylene terephthalate, or PET, is the main component that goes into a plastic water bottle. Producing PET is a process in and of itself. It requires large amounts of natural gas and crude oils. The beautiful white pellets you now see are not snow. They're actually small pellets of PET. These pellets are heated up and then melted into a liquid. The liquid is then shot into a mold that creates the shape of the water bottle as we now know it. The combinations in which water bottles are distributed are endless. They can be sold as single bottles, packs, cases, and many other ways. The most common way is in cases, which range from 20 to 30 individual bottles. The bottles are placed on a small cardboard bottom and then quickly wrapped up in cellophane. They are boxed up and shipped all over the world to various local vendors for the public to purchase and use. By the time I finish this sentence, 6,000 water bottles will have been used. According to a study by treehugger.com, every second 1,500 water bottles are used in the United States alone. The top 5 consuming countries are China, US, Indonesia, Mexico, and Brazil, each consuming 4.8 to 10.42 billion gallons of bottled water each year. Every time you use a water bottle, it's roughly 1,900 times more expensive than it is to use tap water. They're used for drinking, washing, bathing, storage, and even entertainment. Cue the bottle flip. Following its variety of uses, the bottle is disposed of. According to the Container Recycling Institute, 86% of bottles get thrown into the trash. The trash is carried to a disposal facility where bottles are piled up and hid from the public. Several studies have discovered that this plastic gradually leaks a chemical called bisphenol A, or BPA, into the soil. BPA can affect near farmland, reaching foods and liquids that cause potential human health effects. Bottles that aren't recycled are left to damage the environment. Animals can ingest this plastic debris and are affected by the chemicals, which can lead to severe injury or death. The bottles that find their way to a recycling facility go through a process of their own. They are separated and sent to different locations. The plastic is ground into cornflake-sized pieces, washed, and then heated to eliminate any remaining contaminants. It is then ready to be sold to a bottling company, where the creation process will start all over. The main ethical issue with water bottles is the disposal of them. Every day there are 86 million plastic water bottles disposed in landfills or just thrown into the environment. This is a huge issue because it means that all those harmful chemicals used to produce the water bottles then begin to leak these harmful chemicals back into the ecosystem. How can we stop this huge problem that almost everyone is contributing to? There are many possible solutions and some efforts are already in place. Have you ever noticed the big green bins next to the garbage cans? These are called recycling bins, but many people still don't use them. So how can we encourage people to recycle their used water bottles rather than just throwing them out? An increased incentive to recycle would boost recycling percentage to above 14%. One solution is when one goes to a store to purchase goods, they bring in collected plastic bottles to recycle and receive a discount on the goods they purchased that day. This could greatly increase the amount of water bottles recycled because there is now a monetary reward for recycling them. Another ethical issue involves the creation process. It can be costly to our environment. When producing plastic water bottles, it takes 3 liters of water to produce just 1 liter of bottled water. This is a huge problem. There are millions of people every day that go in need of water, and by producing bottled water, we are wasting much needed water. In Fiji, 1 million bottles of the famous Fiji water are produced. This water is shipped around the world for many to enjoy. However, a majority of the water ends up being consumed by foreigners. Author Charles Fisherman writes, "It is easier for the typical American in Beverly Hills or Baltimore to get a drink of safe, pure, refreshing Fiji water than it is for most people in Fiji. So how do we lower water usage in production? Water is used to create the original flakes of PET. A solution for this could be to meet with government officials to create a tax break for bottling companies that purchase PET from recycling companies. This will help to encourage the use of recycled materials while lowering the water consumption used in production. The same amount of bottled water will be produced, but wasted water on production will be decreased. Thanks for watching.